Hi Vidush, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. Uh,
So Vidush, can you tell me something about yourself?
yeah, I am Pitosh. I've done my BTech in Computer Science Engineering from Chitkara University and have been graduated in the year 2020. Post that, I have worked as a application support engineer in a startup based in Bangalore for 3.5 years, where
Hmm.
I worked on a lot of client issues, where I worked on debugging a lot of client issues which used to come on a daily basis in the production hours. And I used to like debug the minor issues, major issues, all kinds of issues, which used to come as part of UDEL application where I was working over there. So I used SQL, Linux, shell scripting, and even the Java tools for creating the IVR flows for the application whenever required from the client side. And the work was good, but the work was very monotonous. I was not that much happy with the job. It was a support role, so you have to always, keep on doing the same thing every day, and that also was not that much interest to me. After a time, I realized maybe after 2 years, so I was started searching out for other options. Then I had a good debugging skills in the operation role, so I thought that QA automation might be a right role for me because there also we have to debug and find out the bugs for the application and then route it further to the developer to fix it up. And so that's why I decided to upskill myself in QA automation from Cryo. They were like putting up certain links in the LinkedIn. Yeah, so I went through their website and I saw that there is a good amount of learning involved. So I enrolled, and then after completing the course now till now, like I have learned a lot of things in the course. Like I have created 2 to 3 projects also. One is the Java project, and two are the uh, Q automation projects. So the Java project name is QCalc. That is a calculator, basically Java-based calculator. And we have a Q card that is a second project which I have created. So there I have used extensively Selenium with TestNG or test automation framework, and where I have like worked on many test cases, even the complex ones and the simpler ones, and I got to learn a lot. And similar is the case with the Q-Trip, but there was some enhancement being made in the Q-Trip. I have used page object model design pattern in that with the TestNG, and Selenium is by default there. So there also I got to learn a lot, means how to automate the test cases, more challenging test cases in the Q-Trip, and I got to learn a lot in that also. And post that, post that I have also learned Cucumber side by side from their portal itself. And yeah, then after I am done with my course, and I'm looking out for the opportunities in the market in the QA automation domain.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You were telling about page object model as a design pattern. So what is this page object model? Can you elaborate a bit?
Yeah, page object model is a basically a design pattern
Hmm.
in automation testing where we actually have a pattern where the page like all the web pages which we have in a website are categorized into the pages segment, and all the now we have the object. This is the about regarding the page. Now object is like all the elements whatever we are trying to locate in the web page. We are always locating them whenever we want, and we are just putting driver dot find element and we're trying to find it. So we are actually, they are all are basically here objects. We
Hmm.
have to integrate all those objects in a single place in the class where we can actually, the class should look very optimized and also should look more modelized in terms of its look. And they are basically the objects where we are keeping it very short. There is a syntax where we can keep the like same thing driver dot find element in a very simpler way to the object model, and that is all together is a page object.
Okay. So which are the classes that you create in page object model? Which are the different things from the classes perspective that you would have created there?
I've created the login page, register
Hmm.
page. They are all
Hmm.
as part of page class. I have
Hmm.
created the home page. I have
Hmm.
created the checkout page. this why like this I've created a lot of pages where I've worked on, and the entire code has been modularized.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What are the benefits of this design pattern?
Benefits of this design pattern is that the code will be like very much manageable. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who wants to look into the code, he can easily see, yeah, this is the web element, this is a link to there, and
Mm-hmm.
every code will be having all the pages, so classes. So everyone, any changes, if one feels that here I need to make some change or I need to add something, can go to that page and then add the particular code. So it has actually it has actually made the entire code structure very very much understandable to the other person, so that they can modify and work on their project. And apart from that, the code execution will also be very fast, uh, as compared to the normal test engine that we use with the Selenium. The code execution timing, if you see, like it will be a good amount of time difference will be seen between the two. But we won't realize generally these things. But yeah, this is also one of the benefits that we can achieve.
Okay. Okay. So if someone is asking you about page object model as a design pattern, so the benefits of page object model are the maintainability, right? It is easy to maintain because the locators and the
Exactly,
interactions. Sorry.
exactly, correct,
Yeah, yeah. So the locators are centralized there, and you would be putting them in single class. You'll be having multiple classes. The type of classes, page classes and test class. So page class will contain the web element and the actions that can be performed on that page. Test class would contain test cases that utilize methods from the page class itself, right? Reusability. So one is maintainability, then reusability. Methods defined in the page objects can be reused across different test cases, right? Readability is there. You would be able to, it is easy to understand the flow and to update if anything is there coming in the changes, if UI changes are there. So it is easy to update, right? It is easy to read, access those kind of things. So these are the benefits of the POM and the structure of POM. So you mentioned it correctly. You will be having pages, different pages of different screens, or maybe module wise, or maybe functional wise, functionality wise, you would be having them. And you would be having the test, which in which you would be using those particular locators which have been identified by you.
exactly. We
Fine.
will have a lot of test cases.
Yes, yes. Now, can you open this website, amazon.com? I have shared in the chat box. You need
Yeah,
to
sure.
open this website and you need to find the locator of this menu customer service over there. So can you share your screen? I have given you screen sharing rights.
Yeah,
Need
yeah.
to find a locator.
Let me share my screen.
Hmm.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Okay, so which one you were telling?
Uh, yeah, this customer service menu is there. Customer service
The
menu.
service menu.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I have to
The-
click on this
You have to find out the locator for this.
locator for this. So for
Hmm.
that, I will be first inspecting it from
Hmm.
here.
Hmm.
So I will be able to get the locators. uh, Service like this. So this is the A tag. This is a link. Basically, we have the link, and we can use the text also. That will be more suitable in this case. So we can use the tag. We will be able to identify.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. So you got this XPath, but this is showing one of two. Can you identify the unique relative
Oh, okay,
XPath?
okay, okay. Is it okay? Okay, no issue. So then we can so go with the link still, but that will be making the X path longer. We can
Mm-hmm.
browse.
So how will you come up with a relative XPath here?
Yeah, yeah. So there is another option that we can go with that can have the indexing done for this. This way, I think we are able to identify this one.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is only one of. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Is it right?
Which one? Okay, but you have used this one as the number here,
Yeah,
right?
one.
Yeah. So, can you come up with the X path in which you don't use this numeric values numbers because see
Okay.
tomorrow this one can get changed.
Exactly. It can
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
So in that
Yeah.
case, we can take the link itself.
Yeah. So try, yeah, try using that href and what you're getting in that.
25. I think I'm in the wrong page.
Customer service menu. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the right page.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me check. I think they are only taking this much from Go itself. Uh,
Mm.
GP something is there. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you are going in the right direction. You took this reference of href, right?
Yeah,
And
now it is able to identify.
hmm, yeah, okay. And are you getting one of one?
Yeah,
Yes,
one of.
correct, correct. So this is fine. Okay. Now, can you tell me how will you automate this drop down options? So you have got this English here. EN is selected in the menu, in the drop down menu. If you see, besides the search box, you've got a drop down menu. Not
This
this one,
one.
the
Okay. This
EN one. Yeah. So
okay.
English is the language. Now, how will you automate this particular drop down?
Drop down. Okay.
List. Yeah. Mm.
So I have to basically click on something else.
Yes, yes. You have to click on, let's say, the third option. Do you
Third
see?
option.
Yeah.
This one I have to
DE,
click.
the below one. DE
D
fourth.
E D
Yeah, yeah,
D.
yeah. This one.
Okay. This one I have to click.
Yeah, yeah. So how will you automate this?
So for that, we will go there.
Hmm.
See the drop down. And you can see the span. And the span only, I think it is 15. So we don't have select here. So we have to
Hmm.
basically, we can't use the select class here. We have to directly
Hmm.
uh, automate. We have to directly click on that particular link button. So
Hmm.
can automate there. And this is, I think, the one arrow which is showing there. So we can take the class that may work.
Hmm.
The
So you are taking class here. Okay.
class will be not a issue. We
Hmm.
overspan. Also, we have 7 options. We have to take something else. Maybe this one EN is very unique, it seems here. So div we can use.
Hmm.
Div we can use. Now it is coming unique.
Hmm.
Yes. Now we have to select the drop. It, it is taking. It. We have just below that, but this is
Hmm.
that will be also issue actually because we have to select this one
Hmm.
arrow.
Hmm.
Uh,
Correct.
there is one option. Can go with the following sibling.
Yeah, yeah. Can you try with that sibling option?
Sibling will be spent. So now we actually able to identify the right one.
Hmm.
The following sibling.
Hmm.
We don't have to even put the class or anything inside that
Hmm.
because it's only one. So
Hmm.
We have selected this. Now we can, I have to click on this one, right?
Correct.
As we can see, I am going from here. It is
Hmm.
going away, right? So in
Hmm.
that case, I will have to pause this thing and then click on this one
Okay.
because otherwise it won't work. So for
Okay.
that, we can use the with some window here.
So when do you use text? When do you use normalize space?
Normalize.
Space. You might be using normalize space as well.
I didn't get that. Normalize space. I haven't heard actually anything.
Okay. So here, instead of text, you can put normalize space as well when you are trying to identify the value with the help of text, but it has got multiple words. For example, here you have got en only. But
Okay.
let's say you have got some text like about us or customer service itself, right?
Okay.
If you see customer service, it has got space in between. Customer space service. It is not together.
Correct.
Space
Correct.
in between, or if you get space before the value that you are trying to identify, or any trailing space you have.
Okay.
That cases you can go for normalized space. You should go for normalized space because text might not work there,
Correct. Correct.
right? Okay.
What can be done like?
Yeah.
Uh,
See,
is there any code for that? Normalize.
no, instead of text, you just have to write normalize space. normalize dash space.
Okay.
You'll get that thing. Yeah,
And
dash
space dash
dash space
space.
dash no dash
Okay.
normalize
This one
space, no dash hyphen.
dash
Let's put
hyphen. Okay. Hyphen.
space. Yeah,
And then
then
space
space, yeah,
space. Okay.
space. So let me give you the context for that. See, let me share my screen. So I'll tell you about normalized space first. See this thing. This just, let's say, for example, you have some label.
Okay.
Okay. And then you are trying to identify text. With that, you have normalized
Normalize
space.
space method.
Okay. And the text that you will be writing. You can write like this. You can also write like this as well.
Okay.
Normalized space equal to some label. Right?
Okay.
It's extra bracket as well. So that's how you'll be writing this particular X
Okay.
path.
Got
Okay.
it. Got it.
Okay. Now let's go to that website again. Can you go to that
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazon.com?
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Is my screen visible?
No, I was sharing the screen, no? So screen
Okay.
sharing stops.
Is it
Now you
visible?
have to, yeah, now you have to write the keywords for this search box. Search box. You have to create a
Search.
feature file.
I have to locate this search
You
box, right?
not locate. You have to come up with the keywords, or you have to come up with the feature file for the search functionality.
Okay. Feature file for the
Feature
first
file.
search
Yes,
vector.
yes. You
Uh,
have written BDD in your resume, right? Behavioral.
yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. But the thing is that I haven't revised Cucumber yet.
Okay, okay. No worries, no worries.
Won't be
It's fine.
converted.
So if you have to come up with a feature file for this, then you'll be writing in the form of given, when, then. So given is your
Ah,
prerequisite, when is your action item,
okay.
then is your verification or your validation point. So given the website is launched, so this is the website, amazon.com. When you enter, let's say, any product and you click on that magnifying lens, click on search box, then the product along with the relevant details should display. And this product will be a parameter for you. You can pass electronic items in the product. You can pass
Exactly.
books in the product, right?
Correct.
You can pass any kind of music or any kind of uh, pen drives or any gift cards, all those things you can include. Okay, fine. What is the difference between BDD and TDD?
BDD and
TDD.
TDD. TDD, I think, is the text driven, right?
Yeah, test-driven development.
Text driven, and the behavior driven. So behavior driven development is Cucumber only,
Mm-hmm.
where we are actually using the Jerkin language, and
Mm-hmm.
we are working around the keywords and all, and uh, uh, like uh, uh, trying to design the framework and talk about the TD text driven. Then that is kind of like uh, keyword driven only. Like we have
Mm-hmm.
case of testng, uh, where we are actually working with the lot of keywords, lot of annotations and all, and a lot of methods and XML file and stuff. So that is, I think, the basic idea I have.
Okay. See, BDD is more about keyword-driven approach. You'll be designing keywords and you'll be writing test. TDD is altogether, if you see TDD, right? So in that, you would be focusing on writing the unit test, right? So tests are designed there as well, but they are written as a unit test there, right? Again, you will be using the same languages, Python, Java, those kind of things would be used, right? And it is following one cycle. It says red, green, refactor cycle. So first you'll write the test, then you'll write the code, then you'll refactor it, right?
Okay. Okay.
So red, green, refactor cycle. But here you in BDD you have given when then as the format, right?
So
Okay.
basically, for unit testing only, we are using the TTD.
Yeah, yeah, you can use for functional testing as well, right? But
Okay.
it is generally focusing on low level unit test, right? That is, it is more of that, right? Mm, fine. Now let's consider an example of a dome. Let's say you have this kind of a dome. Is the screen visible to you?
Yeah, it is.
Hmm? Now this attribute name, it is changing dynamically in the DOM. How can you write XPath expression for these things? ID. So this is one of the example, ID, then name, then class. So in the above example, ID, name, and class are changing dynamically, right? In
Okay.
that scenario, how will you handle in such a manner that if there is no locator available in
Mm.
the DOM, still you should be able to identify it, or
Then I
how will
have
you write the
to
XPath? Yeah,
go with the tag name. Uh,
tag name. Okay.
Tag name. Yeah.
Can you write the tag name kind of XPath in the chat box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Can you
Let's
scroll
say,
down a bit? Can you scroll down a bit? Scroll
is it
down
visible?
further. Yeah, yeah. Scroll down further. Put enter. Yeah, yeah. Put enter. Further, further. Put enter. Yeah, yeah. Now you're right.
Uh, So slash slash. Let's say
Hmm.
a hyperlink if it is right.
Hmm.
Or let's not take the hyperlink. Let's take something else. Maybe paragraph tag. Maybe. Right?
Hmm.
So we have a paragraph tag. We are having the class ID and everything very dynamically being placed over there. So we can't
Hmm.
use that. So we with this, like there can be a multiple results we
Hmm.
can fetch out in the web, right? So in that case, what we can do is for identifying this element, we can go on top of that parent ancestor. We can go and then we can actually locate this particular element, which is
Hmm.
still giving us certain numbers like 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Let's say it is given, then we have to use the indexing and then come up to that particular in such a scenario. Let's say if it is just
So are
for
you
example,
writing something?
uh, no, I'm just showing here like p tag. I am div it is. I'm
Okay.
trying to identify the p tag. So
Hmm.
div I have identified here. I'm putting some class here. ABC. And then after I'm trying to identify, let's say, the P tag. So it is giving us maybe three results, so we can just put it in the index.
Hmm.
But there is no other option that I can. But my
Okay. Fine. Fine. So basically, you can write XPath in this manner. See, you have tag name, right?
okay,
Message equal to. So let me put this with question, right? So you have ID equal to message 564545. So what you can do is you can use tag names. You can use wildcard character dot equal to whatever it uses. You can also use
okay,
contains message, and then that is changing. Right? That is also possible. Fine. How will you pass the parameter in the test case through testng XML file? Are you aware about testng?
yeah, testing GML.
Hmm, hmm.
How
So
to
how
pass
will
the
you pass?
parameter
Yeah, yeah.
the
Let's say
test
there
case?
is a login screen. That's a login test that you have written. You need to
Uh-huh.
pass the parameter in the test case through the testng.xml file. So how would you do that?
Okay, so I have to pass there. Okay, so I have to pass the.
You have to pass that parameter. So how would you do?
So we have a parameter tag
Hmm.
in the XML file. We can use the parameter tag, and inside
Okay.
that we can give the name and value what we have to give. So name will be the main identifier, and the value will be the main value, which will be passing on to the particular test case uh, where we need that particular value to be passed. So in the test case, like we are defining at the date test method. So there we can define parameter also on top of that at the date parameter, and uh, and that
Okay.
we can actually at the date parameter, and there we can actually define the parameter name over there. Name is equal to like in the double quote, not in the I mean in the single quote single quote only, but yeah, in the brackets. I mean the brackets we can put that in the double quotes. All the names, whatever parameter we want to pass, one or two parameters, we can pass over there. And once we have passed the parameter over there, and then we can use the value of that particular parameter in the method. So in the method also we have to define the like parameters like string name, comma, string name two, and there the name will get the first value, and there the name two will get the second value as per the names whatever defined in the testng.xml file. So as per that value, whatever we have defined in the testng XML file, we will get the value and we can use it.
Okay. Right. So basically, you'll use at the rate parameters itself,
Yes, yes, at the rate parameter.
right? Bring this answer, right? At the rate parameters, username, password, public void my test
Like
method.
this.
You'll write
Exactly.
string username, string password,
Absolutely.
right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me about the folder structure of the automation that you have created, the project? How is the folder structure? What are all the different components that you have in your framework?
Folder structure is like I'm having it like from SRC from the it's a Gradle project basically. So
Hmm.
on top of the Gradle project, I have uh, this SRC, then test main, and inside that we have screenshots method for some libraries. I think I have put there. Putting the screenshots. Uh, Whatever the screenshots getting captured, it is getting captured over there somewhere
Hmm.
nearby. And other than that, like I am also using the test class, uh,
Hmm.
basic test cases classes. So for that test, uh, 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 that name is there, folder name is there. So where I have all the test pages, where I have all the pages classes. And then I have maybe if I'm having a data provider, so I'm
Hmm.
having a data provider, something like that also comes under I think the library only that XLS file whatever we have in the Excel that also we will be placing over there only. So that thing will be there in the library folder. And other than that, we can. Yeah, those are the things. XML file we can just put normally in the app folder itself. Uh,
Hmm.
the testng.xml file or any other XML file for the ng test automation framework, we can I have put like in the app folder itself. This is how somewhat like my project structure looks like for the QCard project.
Right. And how about reporting mechanism?
Reporting mechanism, like TestNG by default creates the reports, custom reports, custom test HTML reports for us.
Hmm.
Uh, so the thing is like it will be generating the reports under the report section. There is a report folder also over there in the app. Inside the app, there is a report folder also. Inside that, all the reports will be getting generated if the build is successful. The build is successful, then it will be getting there whatever like test is passed or failed, whatever every detail will be shown in that particular report. We can go to the browser preview and then we can see the report also like how it goes.
So how will you run the automation? How will you trigger the automation?
I can trigger the automation through dot slash gradle w and then test uh, uh, for the running the test ng automation suite. And if I'm not running the test automation test engine, if I just want to if I'm not running the test engine test automation framework, then I have to use the run dot slash gradle w run. If it is not test engine framework
Okay.
is added in that particular project.
Right, right. Okay. What is the use of listener annotation in TestNG?
Listeners annotations are basically the kind of annotations which we can add in a testng.xml file. We can
Hmm.
add that tag over there, and we can highlight where the classes are located of that listener class. So in that listener class, it's like a like kind of like before method, after method. We can define certain methods in that, and there we can take the screenshot of the errors whatever we are getting in the application. We can give the screenshot of that, and uh, besides screenshots, we can also put certain messages for certain logs for any issues, whatever comes throughout the test. So maybe in a particular test method, we are getting certain errors or something. So that will be able to trigger, actually take the capture of that like screenshot. It can take the screenshot. It can log there something. We can put the log status method, and we can see like if anything went wrong. So yeah, this thing is not correct. This thing login failed. Something we can put the message. It acts as a logging mechanism for the test engine suite, and uh, also as a bug tracking. We can also say in terms of screenshots and everything.
Hmm. So in TestNG, you will be using listener that you mentioned correctly for logging mechanism, for reporting, or for customizing the test execution flow, right? So you can specify one or more listener classes as well. And that can be invoked during the execution by list using the @listener annotation, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
that's how you would be doing it. Yeah. So Bidush, how will you come up with a test automation estimation? Let's say if you have to automate that search box functionality of Amazon.com. So how would you come up with the test estimation for that
Estimation in the sense like
or of automation? That you have to create automated scripts for that search box.
means how long I will take to create that particular
Yes, yes.
test
So
case.
how long? So you might be taking some XYZ time period,
Time.
but before
Exact.
that you have to update to your manager or your lead that this you would be taking this much amount of time.
So in that particular scenario, I will be looking into the application and the tags and IDs and whatever is being involved in the search bar. And
Hmm.
I will be seeing like how much efforts it can take to automate the entire search bar, like for end-to-end test cases, whatever is required as part of the application. And I will be analyzing each. I will be taking converting it into certain modules, and
Hmm.
that modules will I will allot certain time to all, and based on that, I will have the total amount of time what how much I will be taking up for the entire search module, and that time estimation I will be able to provide to the developer and the other stakeholder in
Hmm.
the team.
Okay. So with respect to estimation, when you get the question, you have to tell all the activities. For example, you'll first identify whether the test cases or the test scenarios for that functionality is written or not. If those are written and it is updated as the test result status of those test cases are updated as pass, then only you would be able to automate it. You will be coming up with the locators, you'll create pages of the screens if it has not been created, you'll write the code, you'll do unit testing, you'll do integration with the DevOps, then you'll trigger your automated test, you'll check in multiple browsers, multiple environments if it is working fine, then and then only you will be telling that I have completed the automation. So
Yeah,
all those things will be coming in your estimation. So you don't have to tell the exact number. You can tell in terms of range that maybe 5 to 8 days or maybe 6 to 9 days. That particular code will also get reviewed by your seniors or leads. If they are fine with that code, then it is good. But if they are not okay with that code, then again, you will have to update the scripts, right? So those all things will be going hand in hand.
correct.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, Bidush, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, no, I don't have any much questions.